It's your boy, Marky, yo! And we back at it again with another reaction, man. Today. I ain't gonna lie, this title really just messed me up right now. Like, this title is... I don't know why we have to title this like this, but we got... Why is Larry Bird underrated? First and foremost, Larry Bird is not underrated in my radar. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird is just a different type of player. He's just too good at basketball for us to be saying he's underrated. If you understand hoops and you watch hoops, you would know Larry Bird is not underrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta say like Jamal Crawford, he's underrated, or like, you know, like players like that. Like we gotta start respecting our legends, man. Like our GOATs before they came, they had other legends. You know what I'm saying? And we like my generation, we don't know too much about Bird. Well, I'm learning a lot about Bird, but we gotta watch what we say, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's when people start to be like, oh, my bad, or like, oh, I should have did my research. When you go watch Bird, then your whole mindset just start to change. I was one of those people. Like, dang, Bird really that good? And his peers tells it all. You know what I'm saying? His peers tells it all. So we gotta really lock in and really realize that when your peers telling the world how good he was, he's that dude. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all wanna see after this. But let's get straight to this video. Let's see what they talking about. Underrated, bro. That's crazy, bro. He's more like a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Not underrated. But he might be talking a lot of good things in this video, so let's see what he's talking about, man. Shout out to Johnny, though. Johnny got some good videos.
It is widely accepted that Larry Bird is one of the greatest NBA players of all time, and even sneaks his way into the GOAT debate among many basketball circles. The thing is, I personally rank Larry Bird higher than most people do, as he's currently sitting in the 6th spot on my all-time list, and I even have him ranked slightly ahead of Magic Johnson.
What do y'all have him?
Certainly a more uncommon opinion.
What's y'all list?
I think there's some major misconceptions to Bird's game that result in him not
where do y'all have
as
Bird?
much credit as I believe he deserves. And by the end of this video, I think that I can convince some of you that Larry Legend is in fact underrated. Before we get into some misconceptions, let's start with what most people already know about Bird, and I'll elaborate upon it. Over his 13-year career, Larry averaged 24.3 points on a stellar 56.4 true shooting percentage. Despite their talent-heavy history, Bird is the Celtics' all-time leading playoff scorer. So whether it was in the regular season or the postseason, he was always an efficient and lethal threat. He was obviously a legendary scorer and an incredibly efficient shooter. Larry is objectively one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time, as he's tied with Craig Hodges for the most three-point contests won in a career with a total of 3. The thing is, Hodges participated in a total of 8 three-point competitions, while Bird only participated in a total of 4. So he literally did the same amount of damage as the other all-time leader in half the amount of time. On top of all of this, you really could make the argument that Bird is the most all-around efficient scorer of NBA history. If that seems like a stretch, then consider this. During some of his prime years, Larry went on a 5-year stretch where he had 50-40-90 percentages. Only 9 players in NBA history have achieved at least one season of 50-40-90 percentages. Yet Larry did it over a 5-year stretch while putting up just about 28, 10, and 7 each night. The only player who has come close to that all-around efficiency over such a long period of time is actually Steve Nash. But the thing is, Nash was never primarily a scorer and averaged roughly half the amount of points that Larry did during his stretch. To efficiently score that many points on that kind of volume of all-around shot attempts is something that no one else has ever done as well as Larry Bird did. Again, maybe some of you didn't know the extent of how lethal Larry was as an all-around efficient scorer, but I do feel like that's probably the most commonly understood aspect of his game. Now for the misconceptions and the details that definitely make Larry an underrated player. There are a lot of people, especially younger basketball fans, who believe that Larry was a subpar defender. This is incredibly inaccurate, as Bird wasn't just a good defensive player, but a great one. As a 6'9" small forward, he definitely had the size and length to frustrate the offensive opponent. Sure, there is the narrative that Larry was a slow and unathletic player, and thus it affected his defensive play.
Slow.
This is true to a certain extent, but it's also grossly exaggerated. What Larry did have are the most important traits of a great defensive player, which are hustle, heart, intelligence, effort, and availability.
That's facts.
Larry was never lacking in any of these areas.
That's real facts.
He always put in the work, and he was incredible, not only at reading the defenses, but also at anticipating them.
Yeah.
Larry made 3 NBA All-Defense teams throughout the course of his career, and even finished as high as 3rd overall in the Defensive Player of the Year running in 1983. He wasn't just a solid on-ball and help defender, but he was also a terrific pickpocket, as Larry averaged a fantastic 1.7 steals per game over the course of his 13-year career. His best evening in this area came on February 18th, 1985 against the Utah Jazz, when Larry dropped 30 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, and 9 steals in only 3 quarters of play. Due to them absolutely destroying the Jazz, Bird didn't play a second of the 4th quarter. To this day, the NBA record for the most steals in a single game is 11. So not only could he have easily been only the 2nd player to ever achieve the quadruple-double, but if Bird had played the 4th, he might have been the record holder for the most steals in a game. You have to be a great defensive player in order to be in a position to seize that record. On top of all of that, Bird led the entire NBA in defensive win shares a total of 4 times. That's the 4th most in NBA history. The only players ahead of him on that list are Tim Duncan, George Mikan, and Bill Russell. That is a remarkably short list of great defensive players. I'm not trying to say that Bird was on the level of someone like Dennis Rodman or Scottie Pippen, but to call Larry anything other than a great defensive player is either completely ignorant or is just plain disrespect towards his game. The other key area where people underappreciate Bird was his rebounding ability, as Larry was simply one of the greatest rebounding small forwards that the game has ever seen. He was aggressive and tenacious as he got as high as 11 rebounds per game in 1983. Qualities that I mentioned earlier, like his size, hustle, and intelligence, are also things that helped him as he battled on the boards. Over the course of his career, Larry averaged a whopping 10 rebounds per game, and when he was starting specifically at the small forward position, he averaged 9.5 rebounds per game. That's the 3rd highest average among primary small forwards in NBA history. The only players ahead of him are Billy Cunningham and Elgin Baylor, who both played in the 1960s, which was easily the most inflated rebounding era of basketball history.
That's probably the best era of rebounding.
Not only is Bird an underrated rebounder, not only is he objectively one of the all-time great rebounders, but he's also arguably the greatest rebounder ever at his position. Along with all the other skills I talked about, Larry was also a remarkably gifted facilitator. But I won't delve into that much, because like his shooting, I also think that's an area that a decent amount of people have a strong appreciation for. Ultimately, I think it's his solid defense and his elite rebounding that people underestimate, which is why I think he's underrated, regardless of the fact that people still refer to him as Larry Legend. Do you agree? Where does Larry Bird rank on your list of the greatest players of all time? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to
like he said, y'all let me know in the comments, where do y'all rank Larry Bird as a complete basketball player? You know what I'm saying? This is y'all opinion based. So y'all let me know in the comments, where do y'all rank Larry Bird? You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be honest. Y'all can just be truly, brutally honest with me. You know what I'm saying? It can be top 5 to you, top 10, top 15, top 20. I just want y'all to let me know in the comments down below. Down below, man. Let me know down below. But first and foremost, I just want to say, like, the league, like, just from my research, me researching and me watching highlights and me understanding the game of basketball and me just going back in history, back in the day, they took rebounding very serious. And people can always say the plumbers, the firefighters, like JJ Redick said that, you know what I'm saying? But if you go back down in history, these bigs probably wasn't the bigs that was shooting threes and just fancy, but they got the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that really understand basketball and know basketball, you know what I'm saying, and really watch the game of basketball. It's not always about the tween cross step back, all the fancy stuff. If you can just get it done, like Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan would have been the same player in the 60s and the 50s. They a lot of players played just like Tim Duncan in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. He's very simple, fundamental sound. He gets you the floats. He gets you back down, sky hook, off the glass, left hand, right hand, mid-range J, jabs. Like, it's just simple games. Simple game of basketball. But back to what I was saying, though, like, the game back then was a rebounding, just a rebounding, like, culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, them bigs go down there and grab some boards. And it really pissed me off, though, because, like, I watched the Spurs versus the Knicks, or the Spurs versus anybody. Sometimes Wemby don't even get the most rebounds on the team. Like, he had a lot of stretch. Like, Wemby, I like his game. I love his game. I love his energy. He gives, like, the 2000 vibes. But sometimes, like, at your height, brother, man, like, you should be getting over 14 rebounds. You see these players back in the game, 20 rebounds, 30 rebounds, 15 rebounds. Like, players averaging 15 rebounds a game. In today's game, probably the most somebody averaged probably like 12 rebounds a game. Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta bring, like, the culture of bigs back. Like, we need bigs to be bigs. We need guards to be guards. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying, like, Larry Bird was grabbing boards. He was averaging, like, I think, bro, I seen he grabbing like 15 rebounds. Like, come on, bro. I think he averaged over 10 rebounds in college. Like, this man is 6'9", 6'10". He not even a big man. He grabbing more boards than players in today's game. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird's not underrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man was different at hoops. You got to really understand hoops. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back and watch. His game was very unique. Very, like, spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. Like, you got to really watch hoops. But Larry Bird is better than a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments, where do y'all rank Bird? You know what I'm saying? But before I end this video, man, always keep your head high. Keep your head high. If you keep your head high, life is gonna get better for you. Because we all go through ups and downs. We all go through moments where, like, we just want to lay down and just rest. But pick your head up, bro. It's somebody out there going through it way worse than you. Keep your head up. If you keep going and just have the tunnel vision, life gonna be good with you. Life gonna be good for you. My fault. Life gonna be good for you. So make sure when on your worst days, keep trying to find something that's positive in that day. Because if you keep thinking worse, your whole day is ruined. Your whole week probably gonna be ruined. Think of something positive. Pray to God. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Hopefully y'all really rocking with your boy, man. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in to my videos. I've been reacting for like over a year or close to a year. And I appreciate y'all so much. And I love y'all for real. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.